round 4 of the Sal's NBL. Andrew Mulligan, Casey Frank on hand for this game. And Casey, every game is must win in the Sal's NBL, and there have been some great wins and some amazing losses as well.
You're never safe when you're on the court. That has been proven time and time again. We just saw what happened to the Hawks on their own home court. This Franklin Bull squad is going to be looking to try and avoid that same result.
Some great games in this round 4. This is what's happened so far. Has this been the last game of it? And we got the Nuggets doing the business against the Giants, who had a tough weekend. The Saints got a big win. The Airs somewhat stunned the Jets with offense. And the Rams did the job against the Sharks. And the game just before us, an unbelievable, an unreal performance from the Southland Sharks in the 4th quarter. Jeremy Kendall shooting threes off one leg at one point.
A big 25 piece to close it, but we finish it with the Sunday Chefs, the battle of the big smoke between the Tuatara sitting up there in 3rd spot and the Franklin Bulls just outside the top 6, but peeping on in, hoping to get in there.
Yes, you can see how it's looking there on the table. A little movement going on at the moment. It is the battle for BP Drury, and this is the starting 5 for the Auckland Tuatara. Weeks and Glidden in the back court, and Tarangi and Dalton up front alongside Rob Lowe. Coach Aaron Young has a big job ahead of him. He was with Casey a few minutes ago.
Well, Coach, the battle of the big smoke today coming against a solid defensive team in Franklin who leads the league in steals rate. What are you going to do to try and make sure you take care of the ball as this game goes on?
Yeah, I think for us, it starts in the backcourt. You know, having the right people inbound, being in the right spots, being available is going to be huge for us. They like to disrupt, especially on the sidelines, so just not getting in those trap areas is going to be huge, and just still running what we want to run and not let them dictate things, and I think if we get into that, we'll have a good flow.
And when you look at them offensively, this is one of the lower 3-point rates in the league. They really like it inside. You've got Rob Lowe in there. You're just going to be funneling guys into shot blocking ability and making it tough at the rim?
I think, you know, it's always interesting playing teams like that don't shoot well because, you know, they're always due. And, you know, we talked about it this week, like they haven't shot well contested, but let's not leave them uncontested. That's been a huge message for us this week. And I think if we do that and we be physical and contest everything with intent, then we'll put ourselves in a good position to finish those plays.
Appreciate the time, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, a focal point will be Rob Lowe, both for the offensive end and the defensive end for the Franklin Bulls. And Rob Lowe will get it done. That is the starting 5. Dom Kalman-Poto will have his hands full on the front line with Rob Lowe, but he has got 4 very good players around him. Dan Fotu back after missing the loss against the Rams last round. Dan Sokolowski, he knows he's got a big problem without Tyrell Harrison, but he is very dialed in for this one.
Well, Coach, unfortunate, another injury hit without Tyrell Harrison for a 2nd week in a row against a talented interior in Rob Lowe. How are you going to slow them down when they try and pump it inside to him?
Where he catches will determine how the game goes. We know that that's a very crucial battle for us. There's a bunch of mini battles over the course of the game. This is one we have to win, and it's a battle for territory. Where he catches, how he catches, the level of comfort, discomfort, balance, positioning, vision, bodies in and out in the paint. You're going to have to give him a moving picture. He's too good to give him a still floor and let him operate.
And then for yourselves, with Harrison out offensively, you haven't really relied on the 3-pointer yet this season. Is that going to be a change in strategy, or are you still going to be attacking the rim?
Our strategy is the same all season. The ball screen triggers an advantage. We read the cover, we attack closeouts, we shoot when we're open. So, of course, Tyrell is a bigger threat as a roller than some of our other players. Showed he was very capable in the short roll. This is why he's a tall blacks candidate. We have other areas that we'll emphasize to trigger bigger advantages.
Thanks for the time, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, there is Dan Fotu. He missed the game against the Rams as well, but Dan Fotu is back. He's good to go. He is from a strong family of basketball players, that is for sure. What does Dan Fotu give Coach Dan Sokolowski?
Well, we saw what he performed, the way he performed against Wellington a couple weeks ago, and kind of changed the tenor of their season. A double-double, 20 points. He's got the ability to shoot it from outside, but he's a big threat on the low post, and they're going to have to milk his abilities down there, especially with the absence of Harrison. They're a little bit taller, but they're still stout in the middle and can definitely find some efficiency in that painted area when they're scoring the basketball.
And this is your head-to-head. Stats brought to you by the official stats partner, the TAB. And what do you like about that? Because the Tuatara, they can go.
They can go, and they're always looking for each other. First in the league in assists per game. where you see the Bulls going a little bit more on their own. But what the Bulls do is they pressure the ball. First in steals per game, first in steals percentage. The Tuatara, they pack it and they play a little bit more passively, sending everything to Bravo. But you look at the three-pointers made. Twice as many per game for the Tuatara. That's 15 free points. If the Bulls do not find a greater efficiency level from beyond the arc, it is going to be tough for them to keep pace with the Tuatara squad that's shooting the ball well.
Anything can happen in this league. We saw it just before in the 4 p.m. game here, local time, and we saw it last night with the Airs up against the Jets as well. The Airs did the job with the offensive end of the floor being a real surprise package for them, and we can expect a big game out of Rob Lowe, that is for sure. He is at such an elite level at this level. He's been in such a rich vein of form, the 31-year-old, and he is looking forward to getting it done.
Well, really, in a lot of ways, coming into his prime because of the way he understands the game. Really important, obviously, for the Tuatara, defensively blocking shots and scoring the ball in the post. But for me, most important as a facilitator, when he has the ball, he's constantly looking for teammates, and that makes it difficult for other teams to double team him or send extra help. That facilitating ability, I think, is part of the reason this Tuatara squad leads the league in assists this season.
And these are your referees who will have a big say in how this game unfolds. Tim Brown, Dylan Few, and Harry Apes. And we're about ready to go for this game. We're looking forward. Casey floor managing the referees, getting the turn around and getting to get on camera. I love it. Casey doing everything at the moment, especially in Sal's NBL 23.
Yeah, of course, I've got to wear a couple of different hats this season. So just try to make sure everything's going along smoothly. But what's not going to be smooth is the start to this game. I think the Bulls are going to come out and try and be a physical force. They've got a little bit more depth on the interior than they had a week ago, not only with Fotu back, but also picking up Casey Noara, who's going to be a good addition to them on the front line. But this Tuatara squad has gone from strength to strength so far this season. In particular, the starting lineup. No offense to Charlie Dalton, but those other big four there, they are the scoring load to them to take about 80% of the shots and provide a lot of that firepower on offense.
Yeah, the Tuatara, Charlie Dalton has made the jump, that is for sure, getting the nod in the starting 5. A lot of players missing from last season as well. Dante Russo-Nance in ESPN's top 100 high school prospects. And Chris Johnson as well. Rob Lowe waiting for a centre to oppose him in the jump as the Bulls make their way out. Maybe they're looking to slow the pace of the game down right before it even starts. Don Kalman-Poto with another hairstyle as well. Going with the leopard, we hear.
He's hunting tonight. Hunting big game lizards wherever he can find them.
Kalman-Poto. Fotu will get the jump. Jamal Brantley, Isaac Davidson, Ricky McGill get this game underway. Franklin Poole in Leisure Centre. Ruben Tarangi drives and he's fouled straight away.
Well, they just don't allow you to rest offensively. It's not that they're always looking to push the pace. They're not super quick in terms of that regard, but they're very opportunistic. You saw Tarangi caught the ball in the wing, lined up the shot, and well, here's a driving opportunity. I'll take it, but next time I may be a bit more patient.
Jamal Brantley picks up the personal foul with 6 seconds gone in the game.
Not a good start for him in that respect. He is extremely important to what the Bulls do defensively. His multi-positional versatility allows them to switch a lot of things and him to guard both on the perimeter and on the interior.
Jamal Brantley, brother of Jarrell Brantley, a Breakers player. He's got a stint with the Utah Jazz to end the NBA regular season. And Jamal Brantley, yeah, he is really becoming the heart and soul of this Bulls team. McGill gives it to Fotu. Isaac Davidson over the top of Cam Glidden. Gets the rebound. Jared Weeks looking for the trailing Rob Lowe. Isaac Davidson picks him up right up on the three-point line. Isaac Davidson's now got to fight him on the block. Good catch from Lowe, and that's just bread and butter for Rob Lowe down low.
Lovely patience by the Tuatara. They recognized that switch early, worked the ball around the perimeter till it got inside for the easy finish.
Davidson turns the corner. tried to find Kalman Poto, but Rob Lowe broke it up. Crossover from Glidden, and that'll be Isaac Davidson's first personal.
And Cam Glidden, this last week or so, has really gotten back to his level offensively, getting his eye in from deep and starting to look a little bit more confident with the ball in hand. As we have a young fella sprint out onto the court, everybody wants to get their hands on the ball. It's that NBL action. It's fantastic.
There's a youth movement in the South NBL, but that's a little bit ridiculous. Cam Glidden, Rob Lowe. Davidson picks him up again. Rob Lowe takes him into the grindhouse, and he got him with a double arm bar in the back.
That is going to be a tough matchup. That's twice now they've got Isaac Davidson on Rob Lowe. They're going to have to get out of that switch much more quickly than that. And if he's by himself in the post, that double team has to come early before he starts his move into the paint.
Jaden Bazant will come in for Davidson. So you imagine it's going to be Kalman Poto pick up low, but it was Dan Fotu on that one as McGill looks to push. Bazant puts up a little floater without the bump. He'll go to the line to shoot two. CAB.
I'm interested to see how Jaden Bazant adjusts to coming off the bench. He's been starting most of the season, the skilled scorer, but sometimes when you hit that sixth man role, it can free you up a little bit. Normally you're on the bench longer than a minute and 20, but he has come into the game, and as that sixth man with his abilities, should be looking to try and inject a little bit of offense into the Bulls' full court attack.
Franklin still looking for their first points. Gets a second attempt from the TAB foul line. This is both. Jared Weeks with the ball. Jared Weeks having a good season. Back in the Sal's NBL. Ruben Tarangi on the reverse.
That's got to be a goal.
Surely that has to count. Because Jamal Brantley got his hands up on the rim. Arguably just disrupted the shot, but Ricky McGill the other way gets their first points.
Well, great counterattack. Love McGill in transition, but might have been 2 points that the Tuatara deserved there.
Glidden gives it to Lowe. Better defense this time. Jamal Brantley goes right into the chest of Rob Lowe. That is an offensive foul called on one, and then the other referee on the baseline has called the foul.
Well, the offensive foul is the go. You see him straight through the chest of Rob Lowe. Does a nice job. It was a late hand by Rob Lowe to take it out there, which may have been the baseline call there, but I certainly would have to agree with lead official Tim Brown, although Coach Daniel Sokolowski obviously does not.
That's 2 fouls on Brantley as well. Low up high gives it to Weeks. Jaden Bazant's called for the foul, so that is 5 team fouls now on the Bulls. With 7:43 to go in the first quarter.
And not an ideal start defensively. 5 fouls in just 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Already a little bit shorthanded with Harrison out. And now they're going to have to recover even a little bit better defensively and find a way to keep this Tuatara squad off the TAB for the rest of the quarter.
Jamal Brantley, he got in a little bit of foul trouble last round against the Rams. He managed to stay on the floor, able to keep out of the way of the referees. Weeks makes the first.
An extremely physical player, Brantley. You know, he's out there to throw his weight around, and he needs to be able to play physically to impact the game in the manner that he is best suited to. But those early foul calls won't make it easy.
Weeks good from the second. 68% foul shooter from the TAB this season. And Lucky McGill has the ball. Early Tuatara lead. Weeks with his energetic defense can go on the fast break. And Jared Weeks, the Australian Jaden Bazant, turning the corner, puts it up. Kalman Poto has it poked away. Ruben Tarangi going back the other way. Bounce pass to Weeks is nice. Pulls it back out, low on the trailer. Will he pop for 3? No cutters. Gives it back to Tarangi. Back to Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe from deep. shooting 35% from downtown, misses that one. Here goes McGill. McGill with the right, soft touch off the glass for 2.
Well, Franklin Bulls have been much quicker in transition than I've seen them previously. Really trying to turn up that speed on the change of possession. This time we see Ricky McGill straight at the body of Ruben Tarangi, who does well not to foul and avoid that contact, but cannot do enough to dissuade the make from McGill.
I'm picking 7, maybe Kalman Porto with 8 guys involved in the breakers at some point in their careers. As recently as this season, Tarangi, a former breaker himself, gives it to Rob Lowe, current breaker. Tarangi driving, left hand, right hand finish with 1 on the shot clock.
Love that offense, love the patience once again of Ruben Tarangi. Saw he has the mismatch with Fotu, goes to the handle, blows by him for the nice layup.
Fotu looking for the drive. That's a tough shot. Weeks with another board. Bulls are back. Dalton firing it to Glidden. Glidden catch and shoot. Oh, nothing but net.
Well, he's got his eye in. Love that pass from the weak side over there, skipping it, forcing the defense to close out, but he was never going to do anything but shoot that.
There's a shot clock problem, and Dan Sokolovsky was looking at the score bench. Wanting a timeout, gets the timeout.
Well, a good time to take it, as the Tuatara have found a little bit of success in transition. The scoreboard in here shows 8-4, but I believe the score that we have on screen is correct, 11-4, and so a few issues that the bench will have to work out.
Well, testicular cancer is the most common cancer amongst young men aged 18 to 39, and each year in New Zealand, 175 men are diagnosed with the disease, and 8 will die from it. That's one of the most treatable forms of cancer, and if detected early, there's a 95% survival rate. The first step is easy. On a monthly basis, have a quick fondle. Scan the code on the top right of your screen now and use the Snapchat filter to visually fondle anything around, and look out for the reminder message to go and fondle your own. Remember, you can check yourself at least once a month, because offense is the best defense. And I really appreciate the truck not putting you and I on screen at the moment.
That's a beautiful cross-court pass as we skip the fondle chat and talk about that triple that Glidden drops in from deep. Have you had to play with the filter yet?
With the filter? No, not the filter.
Not the filter. That's okay. It's just checking. I too have not.
Yeah, man. So you should check as well. Not me, you. But not now.
Not now?
In the shower's a good time.
Okay. Well, good. I appreciate the chat.
We're doing this.
And I'm not sure anyone else anywhere does, but hey, as long as we do.
11-4 is your score. 6:12 to go in the first quarter.
I'll tell you what, the weather I thought was going to go the opposite way in this gym. Normally a pretty cold gym with the weather outside. I thought it'd get cooled down, but it is a muggy one. These players are going to be...
Yeah, a northern atmospheric river coming across the top of the North Island, the Coromandel, and lower as well through the country. And it is muggy in here. It gets cold in here in June, July, but tonight it's warm, and the Bulls can't get going well enough. The Tuatara's defense is pretty much airtight at the moment. Looking to extend the 7-point lead. Tarangi, Tall Blacks teammate Rob Lowe. Brantley almost could have been called for a foul there. Who will have it? It's Lowe. Weeks steps into the 3. And Ruben Tarangi got in this landing zone almost, but Jared Weeks knocks down the 3.
Well, the Tuatara right now are forcing the defense to adjust to them. They're taking their shot. Lovely work on the offensive glass, and a big shot for Jared Weeks, who struggled a little bit in the last couple of games from deep.
Ricky McGill trying to find Kalman Porto. It's just not happening at the moment for the Bulls out of that timeout. Charlie Dalton can't get the finish. Bulls get a stop. It's Bazant. Jaden Bazant looking for Kalman Porto on the baseline. Using that size. Gets up and around Rob Lowe.
Great footwork there. Using that little spin move to make Lowe think he's going for the reverse and then come back to the other side to take away his shot blocking ability.
Thomas Beattie ready to check in for the Tuatara. Rob Lowe. Dalton. Tarangi. Goes over the top of Brantley, almost banked it in. Fotu going the other way. All 5 Tuatara are back. McGill will get Jared Weeks reaching.
Well, the Bulls have, since that timeout, done a better job of slowing down the transition, getting back, and forcing the Tuatara into that second side offensively. Been challenging much better late as we have a brand new player checking in for the Franklin Bulls, covering for the loss of Terrell Harrison.
Casing 4. Out of Rotorua. And unfortunately, his first touch isn't a great one. Tough pass, tough catch.
And he's a young man who's going to fit athletically, but this is going to be a big jump for him. He's got a solid frame and a solid athletic ability, but the game's going to take a while for him to adjust at the professional level, especially the number of schemes that Coach Sokolowski runs with.
Well, he's also going to have to guard Nick Wheelbarrow, who is all arms and elbows and knees, is Nick Barrow. Just come off his shift with the police as well, Nick Barrow. So he'll have some hold, some wrist guard action. As Jaden Bazan gets to the cup, gets 2 down.
And you see the difference when Rob Lowe's out. No more shot blocker in there instantly. The Bulls right to the rim, and this time much more successfully.
Closing that gap to 6. Glidden trying to make it 9, left it short. Bazan to Fotu on the open floor. Weeks tries to pick him up, and Fotu couldn't step through. And it's Beatty with the cleanup job.
Missed an opportunity from McGill on the wing there. Got to give that up for the easy finish.
Looking for the handoff. Where's the offense going to come from? Weeks. 4 with the foul, and that is not bad defense from the young man.
But once again, recognition of the situation by the Tuatara. Jared Weeks knows he's got a young player on him who's probably a little bit unfamiliar with his scouting report. Takes him off the dribble, trying to use that quickness, and earns himself a trip to the TAB to keep that score sheet ticking over.
Weeks back at the line. And he is now 3 for 3 from the TAB strike.
And as we've got a semi-quiet moment, just a moment of remembrance for one of the great servants to basketball in New Zealand, Joe Frost, unfortunately passed recently. A lifetime member, a life member of Basketball Manawa 2, and has been involved with the game for over 40 years, so our thoughts and prayers are with his family.
Casey gets his own rebound. Wafua is fouled, and he'll go to the TAB strike. You can see the quickness and the second jump ability. The 19-year-old.
Absolutely an athlete. You see him coming off that on ball and the explosion to the rim. Had a huge dunk at Schoolboy Nationals a couple of years ago. And was expected, was committed at least to the University of Rhode Island, expected to start his NCAA career next season, has recently decommitted. And their loss is the Bulls' gain, as they certainly need a little bit of a jump start in the front court position.
In fact, he was 20 this week, just been. A week ago, we see Wafua. He will take a seat, giving Dom Kalman Poto no Zach Easthope for this game. They called him up for the Rams game. He's got some 3x3 commitments. Very good 3x3 player, Zach Easthope.
Yeah, I believe he's in Japan right now. Carl Lawyer, among others. Enjoying the hospitality before, oh, look at Dan Fotu, great effort.
Oh, that's unlucky. That is good hustle. He's got some long arms, Dan Fotu. 2:58 to go in this first quarter. Ruben Fitzgerald in the game and with the ball. Bazant on him. Rob Lowe is back out there. Kalman Poto up high. And we've got an offensive foul on the screen.
And Coach Aaron Young, pretty liberal with the substitution pattern here in the first quarter.
Tui Lewis also in the game for Dan Sokolowski.
Yeah, both teams going probably a little bit deeper than you expect early on.
McGill banks it in.
Oh, it's lovely when the bank is open on a Sunday, but Glidden in response.
Oh, Cam Glidden! Oh my goodness! Did you see the English on that? He had no scope on that whatsoever. Just flipped it up and in.
He was just trying to avoid the contact. No idea where the rim is, except of course spatially. Understands where he is on the court, understands the only angle he can use to get it up. And that is just a little bit of veteran noose right there.
Cam Glidden, my goodness. 73% from the line, gets the and one. Averaging 17.5 points, 5.5 rebounds a game. Averaging 2.8 stocks a game.
Oh, there we go.
Steals and blocks.
I feel like those are mostly steals.
No, he had a couple of blocks against the Sharks. He's a sneaky defender. He's got a good jump, long arms. Basant breaks it up. Poto cleans it up.
Sad, what a hustle to take away a short 2 points, and now maybe a 5-point play if you can hit a three here.
Lewis, the cutting Lewis. He's fouled, but on the floor. Jared Weeks coming into the game.
The Bulls playing with better pace offensively as this quarter has gone along, and at times have caught the Tuatara off guard as Jared Weeks checks back in to keep that fearsome foursome together.
It's Fitzgerald who gets the sub out. Beatty is out there with those four.
Young Tom Beatty, another of that youth movement, hoping to go to the States, find some run in NCAA college basketball. He has recently gotten in touch with the league to let us know that his birth date on the website was wrong. He is not 22.
Is he not?
No, he is not 22.
My notes have him at 22.
Yes, that's because the website was wrong. So we're correcting that, and correcting that to all the college scouts who may be interested in the nice wing.
Well, he's not Andrew Gaze, who was 27 when he went to Seton Hall as a freshman.
Already green by that point.
Thomas Beatty, apologies to you. I expect a correction email from one Casey Frank during the week as Glidden misses the three. Bazant with the ball. 90 seconds to go in the first quarter. Carmen Poto just getting it done down low.
Too big. Timeout to the Tuatara. And this transition offense, those opportunities the Bulls are finding there with switches before the Tuatara are able to get set defensively, has provided some real inroads for the Bulls to get back into this ball game and cut it to just a 4-point lead with a minute and a half left. They're going to have to continue picking up that pace because as talented as this Tuatara squad is, they're not the deepest team. Yes, Aaron Young will go there, but when the game's on the line, he's going to stick with 5 or 6 guys. And if you keep pushing that pace, this will certainly affect them as the game goes on.
Bring it up. All right, we're in swing. Rue, you lift. Look for the rip opportunity. All right, if it's not on, I can move it on, swing it back to the middle, make an extra reversal, and then throw it into Rob. Throw it into Rob on that post action. So if rip's not on, kick it back to the top, kick it to the wing, so we see Tom, and then we'll look to Rob into the post. We need something in the paint right now. Hey, the tech action is good, but again, still see if we can turn that corner if it's available, and cut off those corners when we get in the paint. Hey, they're just switching it too, so it's a little pocket pass. Yeah. Let's go. Come on now, boys. We need to stop here. Go, AT up 3, 1, 2, 3. AT.
Yeah, Coach Aaron Young absolutely loves that call. And hoop heads, if you want tepid takes and weak opinions, by all means come along on Wednesday nights. Casey Frank and myself, we can say that. Well, I can say that.
Is that a challenge? Should we get stronger opinions?
Absolutely not. We have to go to the games. We have to talk to the players and the coaches. But we're joined by Justin Nelson, who insists on wearing a jacket and a collared shirt.
Everybody's got to be you, man.
Ruben Tarangi is fouled on the drive. Dan Fotu. What a matchup that is.
Well, Ruben Tarangi has driven to the cup about 4 times. It felt like he's gotten fouled every single time. Not a ton of contact on that one. Probably looked worse than it was, but when you come back with those big violent swings, That makes it easy for the officials to try and make a call.
Ruben Tarangi is having a nice season. 25 points a game, shooting almost 55% from the floor. 52.5% from downtown. It's almost, and that's on 6 attempts. It's almost better than his free throw percentage because he's shooting 56% from the TOB line.
So a 50-50-50 season?
Yeah, I think it is.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one, man. You should get some credit for that.
Well, you certainly should. He's so patient. I'm sure the free throws will come around as the season goes along.
Shovel pass was not handled by Kalman Porto from Bazan.
The right thought, though, get in, force Rob Lowe to adjust, take out the shooter, and then dish it off so his man can get the finish. Unfortunate execution wasn't quite up to par there.
Ruben Tarangi now back in that matchup with 4-2. Weeks looking for Beatty to come up high. Slowed down a little bit, but Beatty drives. Oh, 4-2. He hung in the air and swaps it away.
But that was the power, too, igniting another fast break opportunity.
Lewis. Again, shovel pass is broken up this time. It's by Rob Lowe.
Look at this block here. Damn,
look at him hang.
But just could not go to the left because his defender was on that side, really setting it up for that blocked shot opportunity as Charlie Dalton checks back into the ball game.
So 24.9 to go in this first quarter. 15 seconds on the shot clock. And Sokolovsky having a lot to say to the referees in this first quarter. McGill left wide open. Ricky McGill, he's shooting 25% from downtown, but he was left wide open, had a clean look on that one. With 15 seconds to go in this first quarter, the Bulls are only down 2.
They've been responding well the entire game. A stop here would just be another little boon to the confidence.
Shot clock is off. Weeks with the ball. Bazant on him. 5 to shoot. Tarangi to close us out for the first quarter. 4-2 grabs the rebound, and that'll do us one quarter done and dusted from Franklin. And it will be the Tuatara, the visitors, from just up.
And we win and we attack.
Frank, welcome back to the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. Bulls Tuatara. And Tuatara, they led by as much as 10 at one point in that first quarter, but the Bulls fought back in the second half of the first 10 minutes. And Casey, they have some fight in that team.
Yeah, impressive job by them to overcome a hot start for the Tuatara and just work their way through, really crush the glass, 15-7 the advantage there. And also, despite turning over the basketball 6 times, they were able to find a way to stick with them. We've got Coach Aaron Young over there on the sideline. And first thing I'm looking at is you've only been able to shoot 29% here in the first quarter. Is it, or do you have a problem with the quality of shots you're getting, or is it just a matter of time before they start dropping?
Yeah, no, the quality's been pretty poor, but I think the biggest thing that let us down was, we got to the bonus in the first 2 or 3 minutes, and we didn't really shoot that many free throws in that last, second half of that quarter. So, it's got to stay aggressive. We're finding paint touches, but not getting rewarded.
And for you, looking at this way that the defense is sized up, matchup's pretty good. Dan Fotu, how much of a danger is he for you?
Yeah, we're doing a good job of just being physical with him, but he can get going, so we just got to understand where he's at.
Thanks, Aaron. Always appreciate your time. Tui Lewis connects from downtown, gives the Bulls the lead.
First time on the game, and now the Tuatara have to respond.
Tarangi is a bull, and he just ran right into Dom Kalman Porto.
Look at the aggressiveness, the mindset from Ruben Tarangi today is really fantastic. He took that message from Coach Aaron Young straight to the rim, trying to get that contact.
4-2 into the contact of Tarangi and low. Here's Jared Weeks giving it to his Australian teammate Cam Glidden. Kalman Porto with the rebound. Bulls have been good on the glass.
They have been. They've been controlling the glass. Now they have an 18-8 advantage, plus 10 in that compartment.
Dom Kalman Porto, excuse me, gave him a little shoulder shake, Rob Lowe, but it's going to fall to Fotu, who can't get it to go in, and it's Glynn with the rebound.
A strong move.
Really strong move.
Jared Weeks, he doesn't look much. Maybe, 175 pounds soaking wet out there. But, man, he just dropped his shoulder and displaced Tui Lewis on that drop.
Oh, Rob Lowe with a block. Tui Lewis giving them some action off the bench. Rob Lowe just defending so well in the key.
But look at that reaction. He's challenging the first shot off the ground. That second job to get up and take away DKP's shot. Great reactions, and he is the focal point of this defense right now.
Here's Bazant. Stepping away. Kalman Porto, strong rebound, and Jared Weeks got him.
Kalman Porto is dominating down low. That's his third offensive rebound of the ball game. As he's just really clearing out space, and as big as Rob Lowe is, he just does not have the bone marrow to work with the massive Don Kalman Porto right now. He is displacing him when he needs to.
Tough pass to McGill. Weeks almost got a hand on it. 10 on the shot clock. Ricky McGill, who started the game 4 or 5. 6 now. He's going to go to his left, shoot the 3. Rob Lowe tips it to Glidden. Weeks looking to push it. Lewis and Brantley pick him up though. Glidden now has the ball. Lowe cuts, and there's going to be a hold. Who's it going to be on? Is it going to be on Kalman Porto? I think it might be.
Yeah, I think it should be. Yeah, Don Kalman Porto just grabbing the hips of Rob Lowe as he's trying to release from that screening action. Take a second look at it, and watch the hands on the hips. See that hand right there as he tries to roll off? That's what gets the whistle. Good foul, though. Would have been a sure 2 points.
That 3 is good.
He is shooting with confidence, and that thing is releasing with a quickness. If you are not right on his back, he is going to get a clean look every time off the screen like that.
Shooting now over 42% on the season is Cam Glidden. Brantley, oh, Rob Lowe met him up high and swatted it back down. Here's Tarangi in transition. McGill, offensive foul.
Oh my.
Great defense from Ricky McGill.
I'm not so sure about that as an offensive foul. Looked to me like Ruben Tarangi was trying to dribble around the outside, and McGill slid over. As we take a second look at it, Tarangi comes across, and yeah, I mean, actually McGill on that angle looks like he took it reasonably solidly. Not often you see a charge when the basketball player isn't driving to the rim, more driving away from it. But Ricky McGill puts his body on the line and forces a tough call on a play that could have gone either way.
Ricky McGill will take a seat. 27-21. Franklin had the lead momentarily. Ruben Tarangi's got 2 fouls. Jared Weeks has got 2 fouls as well. So Isaac Davidson with 2. Brantley's got 2. And Davidson with those 2 fouls shoots the 3. Hits it from deep.
Instantly affects the game after having to come out 1 minute in. It's been cold for a while, but heating up quickly with shots like that.
McIntosh can hit the 3. Davidson all over him. Rob Lowe. Now it's McIntosh back in his hands. Tough drive. Charlie Dalton. Oh! Nice. Almost got that to go down. Zant. Stepping through. Glidden with another board. Glidden, that's his 5th rebound.
Bulls are creating great looks, though. They should be confident in their shot creation so far.
Weeks. Rob Lowe tried to sneak it up and in. Second jump, can't get it. Smack Jaden Zant in the face, who wore it.
A lot of flailing arms inside there on the interior. This is a game that you're going to have to fight through a little bit to get the whistle.
You don't want to catch a Rob Lowe bow. Cummins Poto. Brantley looking to drive. Good defense from McIntosh, forces the turnover. Jared Weeks forcing the pace, and he gets the and one.
Oh, and Isaac Davidson, he needed to avoid contact completely there. And as Jared Weeks, you see that rip through, not a lot of contact, but it looked awkward. That's why he gets the whistle. I love the recognition by Jared Weeks. Seeing that he's got Davidson on an island, just absolutely turning on the Jets in transition to create that opportunity, create a 5-point lead, and get himself to the TAB for a 3-point play opportunity.
He's got 11 as Jared Weeks, 3 of 4. This will be trip number 5 to the TAB strike. 2 steals as well, an assist and 2 rebounds. Jared Weeks getting it done until he doesn't.
Just until we throw all the accolades out there.
On brickbat after all the bouquets. Brantley in the corner. Tui Lewis stepping into the 3, knocks that down. Tui Lewis looking good off the bench. He's got 8 points now.
Playing with a lot of confidence, especially on that jump shot. His teammates are looking for him, he's delivering.
Contact felt.
Was that Brantley? Is that going to be Brantley's 3rd? If he's in that activity, and Coach Sokolowski is going to have to start looking at this bench to figure out where to go. Was not on Brantley. 2nd personal. Looks like
Is it on Kalman Poto?
Jinx. You owe me some sort of beverage.
Have the rest of that small Coke that you bought.
How about this Franklin Bulls squad came in with the 2nd worst 3-point rate in the league, not shooting the ball particularly well from out deep as well. 4 for 5 in this first half. They only make 5 per game coming in. At the same time, they've been able to limit the efficiency of the Tuatara, keeping them right in this ball game.
Lewis with the ball to Brantley. Brantley on the baseline. Tui Lewis stepped out.
Just a little quick. Hadn't quite set his feet there. And Don Kamapoto was aware that this was the hot man trying to get him the ball and didn't quite space properly. Had 2 feet out of bounds on that catch.
Tui Lewis from Taiatea Wharekura. He's a rookie and he's some good minutes against the Rams last week too. In that rotation.
That's the 9th turnover for the Bulls in this first half.
That's not good. Low to Tarangi. Tall Blacks captain. Ricky McGill on him. Brantley with shows him the double. There's a good idea. Misses that. Franklin down 4. Ricky McGill. Oh, Dan Fortu. Wow.
Coming up with a little bit of bad intention on that reply as McGill goes flying into the signs on the baseline. And
strong desires there from Dan Fortu.
Fortu, disregard for human life underneath him. As McIntosh Sort of lost the ball and traveled, but doesn't get called for.
Bradley could have picked up another foul there. He's riding a very fine line at the moment. As Glidden, finger roll is good. Cam Glidden, fine form himself. He's got 11.
He's in his bag, using that up fake to force McGill to close out, and then the strong drive for the finger roll.
Lewis with the ball. Jared Weeks coming back in the game with his 13 points. Dan Fotu going at Charlie Dalton. Dan Fotu was injured for the most of the back end of Sal's NBL 2022, as he was a Tuatara last year, so he knows Charlie Dalton and the likes very well.
And I think he baited him into that play there. Fotu does so nicely of hitting him really hard in that first dribble. And Dalton meets the challenge. He wants to prove that he's up to snuff of the same quality player, so he gives a little bit of aggression back, and the second man is always the one who gets called, hence why Dan Fotu is at the TAB for 2.
Dan Fotu from the Fotu family, went to St Mary's, came back last season, nursed an injury for the most of last season, and got some time for the Breakers. When he came on, things happened for him. He's got a great looking jump shot. Not from the TAB foul line, but just general play.
Bulls just 3 for 8 from the TAB right now.
Tarangi, he's got a bright future. down for 2. Can stay healthy as well. Low misses that. Tarangi with an offensive rebound. Brantley has his hands full. And that will be Brantley's foul.
He's on that razor's edge there. He's trying to play physically with Ruben Tarangi, who understands that he's in foul trouble. You see this lean, you see the hands, you drop that, you're adjusting a bit much. There's not a ton of contact, maybe you can get away with it, but when you have the 2 fouls, you have to drop that aggression just a bit, even if that aggression is your key card and what's gotten you to the level you're at already.
Tarangi makes that. He's just 2 for 8 in this game, but he's now 4 for 5 from the TAB stripes. Got 4 rebounds, an assist, a steal. Left it short on the second, though. Was Jamal Brantley's 3rd foul.
And things have slowed down in this second quarter. Just 14 points for the Tuatara, 9 for the Bulls scored so far.
McGill lost the handle. Bazan has it. He's got 2 to shoot now. Bazan. Should be a shot clock violation. It's another turnover for the Bulls. That will be their 11th.
Jim Bazan looking at a little bit of a blowout on the shoe there. Didn't get the power that he needed to get that shot up to the rim. And full defense there.
Make it just their 10th turnover, excuse me. Weeks stepping through. Doing well, slowing it down as Bazant went up. Charlie Dalton went up on the up fake. Tui Lewis has had a really nice first half. And he's fouled on the drive. The rookie with 8 points. And that will be the Tuatara's 15th foul. So shots coming. And as I say that, it was their 4th team foul. So no shots coming. And it will be Ricky McGill to inbound the ball on the side.
I love the aggressiveness of Tui Lewis, though. Getting the ball, and he's not wilting. He's straight to the cup. When he's got a good look, he's coming up with it. 2 for 2 from the field for his 8 points. And that instant offense off the bench has really helped the Bulls stay tight in the first half.
9 points is the lead. Cameron Poto has it tipped again by Lowe. Oh, what a look to Charlie Dalton into the game. Puts it up and in.
Oh, I love the look by Weeks, but better footwork by Charlie Dalton on the backside. We've got a timeout to the Bulls, hence why possession is stopped. But Charlie Dalton showing a little bit of years above his age with the calmness on the fast break there, having a little bit of a laugh, but he goes back to the bench because of the step through.
Biggest lead of the game for the Tuatara. They lead by 11.
So we have advantages. Gentlemen, everybody's a little flat right now. We understand that we were just in this situation. We're down 11, okay? It's the first half. Everybody take a deep breath, have some composure, and let's go execute. We go. Tui over. Dan. Dom. Dan. Ricky. Jaden. Go over. Cut. Pass. Let's check. Okay? We don't have it. I want this. And when Tui comes through the elevator, I want Ricky to rip. They're in foul trouble. We understand. We ran this 3 times already in practice. Curl, check, layup, flare, pass back to Ricky. Wait, Ricky, elevator, shot, or rip for a foul. They're in the bonus. Let's execute. Let's execute.
3, 1, 2, 3.
Gentlemen, if it's zone, you run Nova. If it's zone.
Here is a great deal from Sal's. Get a 1.5 litre of Coke with Sal's NBL Steel Combo. Just use the online code ASSIST, pickup only, valid until Wednesday.
Always good to get an assist with dinner.
And Tuatara have a sizable lead as we head towards half-time here. Franklin Pool in Leisure Centre. And see if they execute that play that they ran 3 times this week.
Well,
that Dan Sokolowski said.
2.5 minutes left in this first half. Big for the Bulls. They need to get back within touch distance. They can't let this spiral out to 15 points here in this last close down of the half.
McGill. Carmen Poto with the rebound.
Rob Lowe is just having such an effect inside the interior defensively.
Such an effect.
Another block.
Another one.
Touch them all. Rob Lowe just blocking shots like his own little potty.
Zant misses that. Glidden with another rebound.
It was at least the 4th block for Rob Lowe. He has had such an effect on the defensive end.
That misses. We've got him with 3 blocks. I remember 3. I don't want to sell him short. 4-2. Will he be another victim? He's not. Nice move from Dan Fortu.
Well, he adjusted there. Instead of going to the up fake, he went quick with the release, and that just caused Rob Lowe to just be a little bit slower to get to it. Weeksy.
Ah, Jared Weeks is on fire in this half.
18 points. Jared Weeks is pouring it on. First in transition, now in the half court.
That 3 misses.
That was a big one to drop. In this possession here, the Tuatara should be really patient, trying to extend that lead, look for a great shot.
Rob Lowe on the charge. Gets the bucket. Tuatara starting to pull away.
Tuatara just slicing up the defense that's being put on hand by the Bulls. Whatever it is, they've had an answer for it down the stretch here.
Turnover, steal. Rob Lowe with it.
Rob Lowe again affecting the game.
Charlie Dalton feeling it, a little strong. Calvin Potter with the board.
That's a shot they really want Charlie Dalton to start taking. They need his confidence in that triple to go up to change the geometry of the court when he's out there.
Potter tries to throw it down on Rob Lowe.
That's what you do to a shot blocker.
That's how you take it to an enforcer in the paint.
If you're going to keep trying to block my shot, I am going to and dunk on your dome. Didn't quite get that, but earns a whistle, gets to the foul line, has a chance for the Bulls to reset their defense on the back end, and gives Rob Lowe his first personal foul of the game, surprisingly, with all the action he's been involved in.
Keep doing that, Dan Fortu.
I'm just having a look at Rob Lowe's stats, and I'm just surprised. Just 4 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. He's got a couple of steals and 4 blocks, but
he's doing it at the defensive end, though. He's, like you said just before, he's changing everything the Bulls are trying to run inside.
And even just the 4 points, it feels like he's got more of an effect on the offense on this end. Just really belies what an impactful player he is.
There's 3 wing players with Glennon, Tarangi, and Weeks. They've got 37 of the 43. Here comes Weeks, kicking it out to Dalton. Weeks almost had it. McGill pushing. Lewis to his left. 3 Lizards back. McGill can't get that to go down.
And Fotu attacking the glass with reckless abandon, but comes up fruitless again.
And he wants to play a timeout. And Jared Weeks was screaming at the ref, I want to play a timeout. But he was dribbling the ball at the same time, and he was trying. I don't know if he could. You have to make the signal. You just have to say timeout, right?
You just have to vocalize it. You don't have to symbolize it. But there's the Sky City player timeout. And you got your ticket to the big game. Use that QR code to get your share of 10,000 community tickets this season.
14 seconds to go. 14.3 if you want to be precise. So you get 30 seconds for these players' timeout, and you can't go to the bench, and you can only have one per half. And this is the trend we've started to see. Starting to take it towards the end of halves or games. And we have seen some judicious uses of them.
Well, to me at this point, that seems like the only use for it. You want to save it as much as you can, or at least the most impactful use of it is saving it for the end of those quarters so you can get a clean look at the end of those halves.
See what the players want to do here. It's Jared Weeks who called it, so he must have had a notion. Now he's going to wind the clock down. Let him before they get low on the switch, and he just absolutely schools the Bulls. And Jared Weeks is like, yes, it worked. That was textbook from the Tuatara, and they've stretched the lead out to 15 now. They lead the Tuatara 45-30. It's a 12-point quarter for the Bulls, and the Tuatara in control here at the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. As the players walk off, Tui Lewis is with Casey Frank.
Well, Tui, excellent first half for yourself. Found some range shooting the ball. What enabled you to get those looks off today?
Just the other boys getting me open, to be honest. I'm just taking the shots that are there, and yeah, lucky they're going in today. So
down the stretch there, faltered a little bit defensively. What do you guys have to do on that end of the court to slow down the Tuatara?
I guess playing more clean, less fouls. We ended up with like 5 fouls in 3 minutes in the first quarter. So yeah, that's what we need to work on.
Appreciate the time on that one. Good luck in the second half. And I got Cam Glidden coming in after this. And a slowish start for the Tuatara, but you guys found your form late. What changed for you guys down that last 3 or 4 minutes?
Yeah, I think probably just trusting each other defensively. No one got robbed back there, and we can, funnel the guys in there a little bit. And they made some good threes, and we shut them down in the second quarter, I think.
Speaking about Rob Lowe in the back, 4 blocks, 2 steals. What kind of a safety blanket is it having the big fella back there and absolutely sniffing out everything that they're trying right now?
Yeah, he's so great defensively, and we want to be perfect defensively, but we're not going to be perfect. And when we break down, we know we've got him back there having our back, so we're going to make sure we have his back when he comes and help us to crack down and get those boards.
Appreciate the time. Good luck in the second half.
We'll take a break here at the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. 45-30. We'll come down and break it all. Welcome back. Franklin Pool in Leisure Centre. The Bulls hosting the Tuatara. And the fans enjoying some sales here at halftime. 45-30. Look at those meat chops. Never mind the pizza. My goodness. Those are impressive. So has Rob Lobing. He has been a dynamo for the Tuatara.
Well, he got off early to that first that was the first touch of the game, essentially. That was his only bucket until towards the end of the quarter, but it was defense what he was doing. Look at the reaction time. Hands on balls, blocking shots, getting in on the glass, controlling the rebounds even when he doesn't get credit for them. Statistically, not a huge game, but his impact has been phenomenal, and they do not have anywhere close to this lead without what he's doing on the defensive end.
Just things like you pointed out earlier, the second jump, getting blocks, chasing a baseline cutter with the dribble as well. Like just doing all sorts of, this is spacing he does, the movement, the way he reads plays.
Well, he's obviously in a great place mentally, reading the game of basketball as a veteran, but it's more impressive his physicalness. He hasn't moved this well in a long time, playing some of his best basketball at age 31.
Rob Lowe, love to see him back into the NBL again. He's off contract with the Breakers. And you can see the NBA playoffs, all games live on ESPN now. And Casey, the Suns were absolutely eviscerated by the Nuggets today, but game ones, they just don't seem to matter at the moment.
They were.
Game sevens do.
But if I'm the Suns, I'm not too upset. Aaron Gordon had about 3 threes. The way that the Denver Nuggets were playing at elevation, it looks like a series that the Suns are going to get comfortable in.
Certainly.
It's like when you first get into bed in the middle of winter, the sheets are all cold and it's all chilly, but as the night goes on, it gets a little warmer.
Set your alarm for 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. It will be the Knicks and the Heat. It'll be a scoreline of in the 60s. Jeff
Time machine.
Van Gundy will be around the legs of the player. There'll be a melee. And then it's Game 7, Warriors-Kings on ESPN. 7:30 in the morning. Jared Weeks with the ball. Rob Lowe gets the touch, and that's just like how we started the game.
And that's how we also finished the half, that direct entry from up top. Rob Lowe just too big, goes to the left hand that time, despite strong defense from Don Kamapoto.
Who got on that Game 7 case between the Warriors and the Kings in Sacramento?
I'm going to go Kings right now.
Are you going what?
I'm going to go with the Kings.
You're going to light the beam.
I'm going to light the beam.
Rob Lowe, point center, gives it to Weeks. Jared Weeks was nice in the first half. Picking up where he left off. Jared Weeks has 21. 6 of 7.
For 7. Barely missing and shooting the air out of the basketball here on this one. Franklin has no answers for him.
There's a 20-point lead. There's only 2 players for the Tuatara in double figures. It's Weeks, and Glidden has 11. And then it's Fotu in the corner. Glidden looking at his wings, and it's Charlie Dalton. That's the finish you want to see.
His energy is just infectious with the starting lineup. A bunch of veterans and the young fella running the lane and getting finishes.
Ricky McGill getting it going. Here is Brantley. Got those 3 fouls. McGill hadn't scored in the second quarter.
Tuatara are just turning the screws.
Yeah.
Absolutely turning things over defensively, just make it tough for the Bulls to score.
It's Tuatara leaders. Go, Rob Lowe! Dan Sokolowski wants a timeout. He's having trouble trying to get the attention of the score bench this game. But there is everyone's attention on Rob Lowe right now.
A 9-0 run to start the half. They have come out of the changing sheds and found a different gear, throwing the ball down to Rob Lowe for 4 straight. And it's a struggle for the Franklin Bulls to find a little bit of form offensively, now down to 31% from the floor, despite shooting 4 or 7 from deep.
Most important right now that these people came out and Some 4. You hit, you play for the roll to the elbow, and we play from there.
Spot up. Let's go.
3.
I think we missed the bulk of that conversation, which sounded like a bit of a challenge to this team to play with a little bit of energy and enthusiasm. What are we doing right now? We're just letting them score bucket after bucket. We got to come out here and be more definitive defensively, play with a little bit of passion.
Yeah, I kind of caught the end of it saying, these people came out to watch you guys play. And it's important. You want your team to show exactly what you said there, Casey, in front of the fans.
You got to come out and give something to your home fans, even if it's just a bit of a fight.
4-2. To McGill. Ricky McGill, that is wide left. He's grabbing at his hand as well, his left hand.
His left thumb, it looks like. Definitely bothering him after that one.
Yeah. Not sure if he got hit on it afterwards. It didn't look like he did.
I don't think it was on the jump shot.
No, I don't think it was. Here's Weeks. Is he feeling it? There's a heat check, but Rob Lowe just couldn't get that one to go down. Everyone crashing down on that rebound around him.
Rob Lowe just has so much more length than any other player out there. Even when he's getting boxed out, he can still just reach over and grab it.
Ricky McGill just walking it up over half court, almost with an 8-second call. Stan Fotu struggling in this game. 1 for 8, just 3 points. We've got a foul on the drive.
Well, you mentioned McGill walking the ball up the court. The Bulls have had their greatest success when they've been playing with pace. And now they're trying to be a bit more definitive with what they're doing, a bit more deliberate. But I think they got to find that pace again when they were pushing the ball up the court, especially on that counterattack. Is the only time we've really seen this game when the Tuatara were on the back foot. They need to get back onto that back foot to see if the Bulls can't try and chip away at this 24-point lead.
Charlie Dalton, he was the one who fouled McGill. McGill at the TAB stripe. He's got 10 points now. His first visit there. McGill out of Iona for the Gales. He's played in Hungary, Greece, UK and Estonia. 11 points for him. Rob Lowe spinning, had it ripped out of his arms.
Oh, that's going to be somebody's fourth foul.
Yeah, it's going to be Brantley, I think. And it is Brantley's fourth foul.
Yeah, just too handsy. Nice recognition once again by the Tuatara. Had the mismatch down low. And I'm a little bit surprised Rob Lowe's getting shooting out of that one. Wasn't quite into the shooting motion from my eye, but he will take the benefit of the doubt. As Jamal Brantley heads to the bench with his fourth personal.
This is that from the TAB. As a team, shooting 69%. This is both Rob Lowe.
Shooting has not been easy to come by from the stripe. Rob Lowe missing 2 there. 6 for 12 for the Bulls as well.
McGill takes the 3. That's short.
Charlie Dalton allows it to bounce out, but really want to grab that, kick that fast break early. Don't let the defense get set.
Jared Weeks. And then Casey Northor with the rebound, the foul on Rob Lowe. And this is going to be a tough match for his Sal's NBL debut. That's the second foul.
Well, straight at the young fella when they see they've got that matchup. Really going to try and test his mettle on the defensive end.
Weeks. This is that. Rafour with the rebound. Bazant. Davidson with the drive. Hangs. Strong move from Isaac Davidson. That's better offense from the Bulls.
Sharp definitive move, rip and go before the defense sets.
Oh, Weeks caught everyone on their heels and just pushed the pace.
Speaking of before the defense sets, just right back on you. And that's just not good enough off a made bucket to have that waltz through the lane. That is going to drive Coach Sokolowski crazy.
Oh, great look. Block 4 with a finish.
He does well to avoid Cam Glidden. His help took away the dunk, but didn't take away the left-hand finish.
Rob Lowe for 3. Davidson with the rebound. Isaac Davidson gives it back out to Bazant. Plenty of time on the shot clock, 15-14 now. Davidson making the quick move. Rob Lowe in the middle there, challenges it. Davidson's a little hot, misses. Weeks, maybe a hint of a carry there. Rebounds off 2 Bulls.
Double Falcon, but everywhere.
Fotu drives. Fotu challenges Charlie Dalton, and Fotu gets that, and then Aaron Young's had enough. He's seen too much of that from Dan Fotu when he had him as a Tuatara, and he's called timeout here.
Well, the last 2 or 3 minutes, we saw the aggressiveness since that timeout picked up by the Bulls. They've gotten a little bit more physical. They've stopped settling for jump shots unless they're wide open, attacking the rim and playing with some physicality.
Fotu has 5 now with his 8 rebounds. Don't come and Fotu. He's got 10 rebounds for the Bulls.
If it is Dom, let's go with an 8, trap 8. So pass, trap from the feeder, rotate over. Nick, you'll just, if you're low, you take that spot. Right? Nick by himself. Let's leave Nick by himself. Yeah, we're good? Hey, but in saying that, if Dom's here or you need closer, go. If it gets deep, if he's fucking really going 2 dribbles, then let's go on that. Have an awareness with that. Hey, offensively, let's give me some text here. Chaz at the 4, Nick at the 5. Drag it. Nick, go and get him. They're switching this, Nick, so don't be afraid to slip or get out of it. Catch it and then rescreen on the switch. Here we go. Let's go now.
18 on 3, 1, 2, 3.
18.
Apologies for the language that comes with the privilege of the timeouts. 56-38, Tuatara in control.
On a Sunday, no less. Jeez, Coach Young. Crazy.
Charlie Dalton, Cam Glidden. Cam Glidden's got 9 rebounds, Casey Frank.
8 at halftime, but 11 points, 8 rebounds at halftime, and hasn't been as aggressive looking for his own number here, but he's done a nice job of helping this team get settled, and just really enjoy seeing him get more and more comfortable with the squad.
Get some fire merch from the team merch shop online. Use that QR code. Tuatara pinstripe wearing tonight. Weeks looking to step back, puts it up, knocks down the 3 with 2 on the shot clock.
Double clutch, too. He gave the fake. Good defense, but not good enough as Jared Weeks is on fire. 26 points, 8 for 11 from the field.
Felt the contact, puts it up. Bazam with the and 1.
Got to keep that aggressive mindset. They are down 19 points right now, but you keep putting your nose to that grindstone and do the right thing. Nice aggressive play on the rim. Took the contact from Barrow, but still has that feathery touch to get the bucket and a chance for the 3-point play opportunity from the TAV.
Bazant can't get the roll. Front rimmed it. Weeks is feeling it. 26. Charlie Dalton had a block. AC Noir 4 with good stout defense, and that will go the Bulls' way. A little bit of luck.
But even that, you gotta like, if you're Coach Sokolowski, is just a little bit more hustle. Didn't give up on the play. The Tuatara came down with it, but they kept fighting, forced possession back, and now another chance to chip away at the lead.
Fotu trying to get around Weeks. Can't get the roll. Thomas Beattie. Glidden. He walked. Thomas Beattie just a little bit too keen to put the move on.
Well, it was a late whistle, but I think it was the right whistle. You travel like that in front of a bench and you're not going to get away with it. You see the little jab step. Watch that left foot just hop around a bit. Actually, probably not as much movement as it looked like live.
It's just, he twitched the ankle, the heel, more than he actually moved.
Twitchy.
Foot.
Excellent description.
It kind of looks like a travel. They'll probably call it, even if it isn't. Just to the naked eye, you can't blame them. They don't have the benefit of the replay. Fotu looking to back down Beatty now. Barry comes over and helps. And Fotu in a little bit of trouble, gives it to Wafor. The strength of the young man on his debut gets the bucket.
Well, he's a little lost as to where to go. Brought his man in and out of that double team on Fotu, but in the end, right spot, good finish.
Weeks for three. And we've got a foul on Barrow. Nick Barrow doing Nick Barrow things in the key.
Hey, he's got plenty of time to use him up. He has no desire to keep those fouls in the pocket.
Tom Kalman Poto getting his first action since the halftime break.
Well, it's going to be a bit of a challenge because he came out and started the second half, but then he got pulled quickly. He was part of that Rob Lowe dunk, and Coach Sokolowski didn't like the effort. He's going to have to pick it up in that regard.
McGill felt the contact. And again, the Tuatara foul. This is more aggression from the Bulls.
Yeah.
Good time to make a run. We saw what the Sharks could do in their game against the Hawks in the fourth quarter and the game before this one.
Yeah, just a change in mindset this last 3 or 4 minutes. Much more aggressive, much more physical, searching out the contact instead of shying away from it. And it's providing dividends as they're continuing to chip away at the big lead. Tuatara had not quite as big as it was, but the free throw continuing to be a thorn in the side. 6 for 14 now.
Well, they've left 8, 8 points. Goes a long way to this 17-point Tuatara lead. Real good on the second. Barrow up high with the screen. Tarangi is Tom Kalman Poto on an island. Does well to stay in front of him though. Back out. Oh, Kalman Poto with the steal. Does real well. Tom Kalman Poto gets the roll.
That's the way to respond. Your coach challenges you about your effort levels. Well, he's come out and responded with it. And back in the ball game, the crowd's into it too.
Energy in the building. Oh, Jared Weeks has 28 now.
Too many times today, he has just waltzed down the lane and found too much space in transition.
Vizant with the ball. Fotu going at the youngster, Charlie Dalton. Too strong. Dalton did a good job. Gets the rebound, leads the break. Could have kept going if he wanted to. I think Fotu shattered him. Weeks now. Vizant on him. 2 to play in the third quarter. Beatty on the cut. Great look from Weeks. Can't get the roll on. Davidson for 3. Weeksy with a rebound.
Not a bad look, but when you've got the momentum on your side, you want to create great opportunities. Would have loved to have seen something on the rim there.
Jared Weeks again, slicing and dicing. He's got 30.
And in response, Weeks on the rim twice. The Bulls making a run. He's not settling for 3 anymore. He is putting pressure on that defense to keep him out of the paint.
Nick Barrow got him on the leg.
Oh, I think it was Ruben Tarangi actually with the trip, but we'll see.
Yep, Tarangi is the call. Rob Lowe and Glidden will come in for Tarangi and Nick Barrow. That's McIntosh as well.
Sorry, that's Ruben Tarangi's 4th personal foul in this one. So just when he was getting back in the ball game, he goes back to the bench. 3 on Dalton, 3 on Barrow, 3 on Weeks as well.
Tarangi's 2 for 8 in this game, 5 rebounds, 8 points. And well below his average of 25.
Hasn't quite needed it, but has been hampered by that foul trouble. Hasn't been able to find a lot of comfort out there as Vizant hits the first from the TAB. Foul trouble for the Bulls, 4 for Jamal Brantley, 3 for Isaac Davidson. And then Don Kamaboto and Casey Wafor, 2 apiece.
Dalton.
Oh, DKP.
Yeah, DKP on the follow.
He'll get the bonus. I think that was Rob Lowe's tip, but it's always good to be around in that situation.
Ruben Fitzgerald in the game for Aaron Young.
Jeez, there's no angle on that.
No one. McGill. Davidson looking at the drive. Goes around Glidden. More good Tuatara defense in the key.
I think Davidson was worried about the charge call there. He avoided the contact instead of searching it out.
Beatty traveled with it as he went down. Thomas Beatty, tough for him. This Tuatara team, they can hold this lead. They'll move to 4-1. Bulls, if they win, get to 3-2 or 2-3.
The Bulls have done a nice job of slowing the offensive action down while picking up the pace and looking for opportunities in transition. And it's enabled them to get back into the school game just a bit. Still at 15, but if they can whittle it away just a bit more before the end of the quarter, they'll feel a bit more confidence going into the fourth.
Oh, great cut. Tui Lewis, Don Calman Porto with the look.
And the Tuatara have suddenly gotten stagnant defensively as the Bulls start to find this momentum.
Rob Lowe backing down, Calman Porto, turnover, Bazan. Here's McGill. McGill with Glidden on him. Oh, tough shot. Ricky McGill using the body as separation and just floats it up and in.
Down to 11. Can the Bulls string another stop together? What a finish to the third.
Another turnover. Bazan with Davidson trailing, and Davidson will clean it up and in.
A beautiful effort by this Franklin Bulls squad. They were done and dusted, left for dead, but they have come out with some passion and enthusiasm and cut it to a 9-point deficit at three-quarter time.
The biggest lead was 24 for the Tuatara. Now it's only 9. We'll be back with an exciting fourth quarter after the break. Welcome back to the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. Dan Sokolovsky, head coach of the Bulls. Great comeback in the end of that third quarter. Dan, what do you put that down to? As we're just getting them set up.
We don't want to let these people down. We have a full crowd. Our community is behind us. We know we need to compete with a certain level of effort. We gave that. We made a little bit of a tactical change, and it's worked so far. We need to do it for another quarter.
And building on that enthusiasm, you've been attacking the rim, but just 17 for 42 inside the paint. Is there something you can do offensively to find greater success and efficiency in there, or do you need to look for different shots?
We're taking great shots at the rim. We're missing them. Rob Lowe is altering some shots. I have faith in our process that we're going to convert. I trust our boys. Look at this. The ball's moving. Bang, bang.
Thank you for your time, Dan. Appreciate it. And they get the offensive rebound on that one as well.
He even gave us the call on that one, talking the ball movement.
Always appreciate having the coaches at the start of the quarters to talk to as well.
You can see Coach Aaron Young of the Tuatara sees this as a big moment. He's reinserted Ruben Tarangi with his 4 fouls. 10 minutes to go. If he gets an early one, that's going to put real pressure on this Tuatara squad who has yet to record a bucket from the bench. 0 bench points up to this point in the game.
Also, 19 points from turnovers for the Bulls. So they need to look after the ball in this quarter. Just 11 turnovers for the Tuatara, but they have just capitalized, have the Bulls. Tarangi looking to attack. Oh, Kalman Porter with another steal.
Sloppy ball handling for the Tuatara over the last 4 or 5 minutes. Need to be much stronger with it.
Bazant trying to step through around Charlie Dalton, who stays in front of him. Davidson tipped away another offensive rebound in this quarter.
Kalman Porter with the work rate.
Oh, Tatui Lewis knocks it down.
And another turnover.
And they turn it over again.
They are, for a veteran team, looking extremely flustered right now. The pace and the aggression of the Bulls.
I think they thought they had it.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. They were just cruising along. It was a Sunday drive, and all of a sudden they're back in a fight. Well, they gotta pick those gloves back up, lace them, and start swinging.
Kalman Porter with the catch. Got him with the up fake and gets the bucket.
What a run for the Bulls in this game. It is a 21-4 run since halfway through the third quarter.
My goodness, 63-59. Rob Lowe, bread and butter.
Back to the big fella down low. And now can they find a little continuity on the defensive end?
Kalman Porter, after he got set to begin the second half, as Jaden Bazant gets that little jumper to go. Kalman Porter has come out for Dan Sokolovsky and done some work on the defensive end.
And on the glass, 12 rebounds, 5 of them offensive. Great in the possession game.
Oh, Rob Lowe going back to the big man again.
Just too easy. DKP has to be concerned with the jump shooter, opening up that lane on the roll.
Tui Lewis on the catch. Ricky McGill with time.
Charlie
Side
Dalton.
of the backboard, Charlie Dalton.
What a possession, Charlie Dalton.
Wow, what recovery. He might have even got a fingertip on it.
He was everywhere, in and out, got the save as well. Great job by him. One-man wrecking crew on the weak side.
Glidden. Tough three. Almost gets the steal he does. Making us sound like Dr. Zeus here. Oh, Jared Weeks turned it over. Ricky McGill with the ball. Jared Weeks on his hip. It's Tui Lewis with the sparkles on the swoosh. Here goes Davidson going to work on Weeks. Davidson gets the roll. Makes it a 4-point game.
Isaac Davidson looking very comfortable in the low post when he gets the smaller guards on him and taking advantage of his size and strength up to 9 points.
Veteran move from Jared Weeks here.
Just slow it down.
Said there's moisture on the ball. Look, watch this. You'll get the ball on the end of that and you'll just look at the referee and go, it's a bit wet, mate.
Let's just settle down, settle down.
That's a savvy play right there.
Take some of the energy out of the building, see if we can execute on the other end.
Safety first. Tarangi with the drive. Dalton with the finish. Can't get it to go down. And it's going to stay with the Tuatara.
Oh, Charlie Dalton was confused as to who the defender was in there. Isaac Davidson, not a shot blocker. With his athleticism, he should go straight up and finish that. Instead, the shot fake gets him off balance, ends up a miss. Possession somehow stays with Auckland.
Man, this Sal's NBL season's got it all. I reckon this game last year, not necessarily between these two teams, this game was done and dusted. But this year, it's something different. This league has it all at the moment, and if you're watching all the games, you'll know what we're talking about. Stan Fortu gives it to Davidson and Charlie Dalton with the hip check.
First personal foul in the quarter on the Tuatara. As mentioned, Charlie Dalton picks up foul number 4 himself. So foul trouble starting to mount.
Davidson just gave them a little bit of a look. Knocks that down, though.
Oh, he's feeling comfortable now. He is a different player. Only played a minute before getting his second foul. Curtailed his first half, but he is back.
Low with an offensive rebound, tried to get it in.
Jeez, I heard the slap from here.
Aaron Young wants a timeout. Davidson, you can take the lead with a three or a three-point play. Fotu with the youngster, Charlie Dalton, who's played great defense. Dan Fotu with the patience. Timeout, Tuatara scores a tie. 5:53 to go.
And the crowd is letting the homeboys feel it. What a comeback. They were basically out the door.
What a challenge by Dan Sokolovsky in that timeout in the third quarter. They were just getting worked over.
And damn, Fotu finally gets one to go in the post. The step through finally works. 3 for 13 now, but no bucket bigger than that one to tie it up.
Any of this hard set stuff, fucking switch it. Switch it. Hey, Dan, right now, we're on the A, trap A. All right, especially those deep ones. Go, rotate over. Yeah, sorry, just those two. Hey. Yes, just snap it back. Snap it back. Get into that action. Work together, find an action. Don't settle, we're getting a lot of good stuff. That little pocket pass, those were good actions that we can get into as well. Hey, if we don't get a back cut, if we don't get a curl. Quick sell? Let's get Cam running across. Let's get you off the ball. Let's get you off the ball right now. R2, Quicks, get it in. You two are working together right now. All good?
It's the points from turnovers, Casey. 26 now for the Bulls, 25 bench points as well. And as you pointed out, still 0 bench points. They're relying on that starting five. Aaron Young on the Tuatara. There's some heavy lifting going on, and this is game on right now.
And that's an impressive efficiency off those turnovers. Just 14 of them for the Tuatara, but they've been bad ones. They've been leading to direct transition opportunities. The Bulls have to keep up that level of intensity in the passing lanes, while the Tuatara have to find some semblance of calmness in the half court.
Not really a three-point shooting team. The Bulls, just 27% of their attempts come from three.
A nice read by Ricky McGill there, leaving McIntosh in the corner and coming over to deflect what would have been a layup without his help.
Knocks it out, 10 on the shot clock. He's Clinton, catch and shoot. Oh, over the outstretched arm of Isaac Davidson, who just let out a big sigh.
First bucket of the second half for Glidden. Might have been his first look.
Well, now they're trapping at midcourt. Great pass. Isaac Davidson can't make them pay. And now Jared Weeks. That was a go moment in the first half. Now he goes on that one, and then we've got a foul. So Jared Weeks just sort of read the situation at half court and then just put the Jets on.
But he didn't get the shot up, so that's going to be ball on the sideline. He dropped it off when he didn't get the whistle. On the other end, that was Cam Glidden's 10th defensive rebound of the ball game. He's got a double-double now, 13 and 10.
Weeks with the up fake. Weeks trying to drop it off. That's broken up though, and it's another turnover.
And I think he's a bit fatigued. He should have gone up with that one instead. Looks for the drop off.
Ricky McGill going at Glidden. Oh, Ricky McGill taking over. Ricky McGill started 4 of 5. And now he's 2 of 10. He's stepping up when it counts. He's got 16.
Well, nice drive there. Kept the pressure on, the spin move. Just when Glidden might have thought he was going off the screen, you see how much space that created straight into Glidden. Not a lot of contact, but the aggressiveness gets rewarded. Ricky McGill with a chance to give the Bulls the first lead of the ball game. Maybe the second.
Second.
Well, the ones in the first 2 minutes don't count, Bulls.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay, maybe they do.
Well, the biggest lead was 21-20. They had 1 point lead. Sorry, man. I like the drama.
You and your statistics. No, great job by the Bulls.
69 each. Another one. Bulls on parade.
Tui Lewis has a smile about that one too.
Davidson misses that. Calvin Porto has it. Looking for somebody. Tui Lewis. He's been nice in this game, but he's got it blocked there. Calvin Porto has it. Davidson to McGill. 2 on the shot clock. Misses the 3. And we got a push on Calvin Porto underneath.
Oh, that may be the possession that the Bulls look back on as when they had to get in. A lot of chances at it, a couple of good looks, but a bendy Tuatara defense does just enough to regain possession after a second miss.
Tarangi up high, operating with low. They go underneath. Can he make them pay? Ruben Tarangi misses that. And then it's going to go back to the Tuatara.
Suddenly the turnover bug has gotten contagious. It's just a miscue there. Takes away a great opportunity for the lead.
14th turnover for the Bulls. Tuatara have 16. Ruben Tarangi not shooting the ball particularly well tonight, just 2 of 10. Plenty of time to go. 4 minutes and 8 seconds. The 2 vets operating low. They collapse on him. Glennon in the corner. Misses that. Lewis with the rebound.
Oh, you love the look, love the unselfishness. Great offense, but couldn't get it to Trop.
Davidson spinning. Gives it to Calvin Bottle. What a look from Isaac Davidson.
And now the Bulls are starting to suck Rob Lowe in with their penetration and then dish it off.
Jared Weeks to the cup. Jared Weeks doing Jared Weeks things.
Oh, violation on Ricky McGill.
Oh, wow.
He went into inbounded quickly and stepped over the line, losing possession. Just got a little bit sped up there. Saw that Jared Weeks was on the ground and out of position to get back in transition. And because of that, and just enough defense on the weak side, that causes another unforced turnover.
Lowe with a nice catch. Oh, and they miss it. Rob Lowe. Calvin Poto. Oh, too strong.
Oh, John Poto grabs the knee. Doesn't look great.
Charlie Dalton from Lowe, up and down at the stockyard.
Rob Lowe, a couple of really nice dishes this last couple of minutes. First to Glenn in the corner, didn't drop, but that one for Dalton gets in the bucket.
Davidson. Oh, Isaac Davidson. He's turned up in the 4th quarter here.
And has he what? He is a different player in this second half. 13 points for him now.
Bulls bench on their feet. Weeks and 1.
What a game,
Jared
Weeksy.
Weeks. He's got 34.
What a game, Weeksy. Putting it together. 11 for 16, the aggressiveness on the rim. Duncan Poto just doesn't have the foot speed to stay in front of him at the top of the key, and because of it, he has fouled out of the ball game. 12 points, 13 rebounds, but it was his infectious energy and effort that really helped this Bull squad get back into the ball game.
Go back to Brantley. He has sat a long time with his 4 fouls, but his veteran leadership will be crucial down the stretch with no Dom Calvin Poto.
Now the Tuatara just 11 for 17 from the TAB strike.
Davidson. And then we got a foul.
Oh my. They just fouled Ruben Tarangi out on that call.
Yes, they did. It was
this game.
It was a push.
I mean, with all the physicality that's going on all over the court, a little nudge on Fotu's jog through. I'm a bit surprised to see Tarangi go on that one. But rules are rules. As is Ruben Tarangi, as you can see by the smile.
Brantley. McGill. 5 to shoot. Ricky McGill. Oh, split him. Brantley with the rebounds. Brantley puts it up and in. Scores tied again at 75. Glennon shreds the three.
Weeks is doing it all. Facilitating, scoring, finding Glidden in the corner that time for a dagger triple, up 3.
Looks like it might have been just a 2. They got a 3 in the venue at 78-75. Big 3, and Weeks with the foul. No continuation on that one. That is the 4th team foul on the Tuatara.
That's the last time they'll be able to foul without sending the Bulls to the TAB stripe.
Ricky McGill feeling it, flipped it up and in.
Why not? Touch them all. 18 points, 9 in that first quarter. He's come out a lot more aggressive after a slower second quarter.
Both teams have a player timeout available as well.
Great cut.
Dan Fotu with the bucket.
A nice find by Ricky McGill to set that one up before he even touched it.
It's Beatty for 3. Weeks with a massive rebound out of nowhere.
And he slows it down. And he slows it down. I love the play. He says, hey, let's get a great shot.
It's his second offensive rebound. Maybe it's his first. But my goodness, what a time to grab it.
Well, impressively done there by Jared Weeks. He's had such an effect on everyone in this, every aspect of the Tuatara game. He's got his fingerprints all over it.
Glennon for 3. Nicely run play, but he couldn't connect on that one. Cam Glennon 3 for 9 from downtown. Here's Ricky McGill. Bulls down 1. Fotu with a big shot. Left it to the left, but Brantley with a big rebound. Trying to step through. Fotu saves it. Davidson and McGill are both out of bounds with it. Oh my goodness.
Well, you cannot fault the effort of the Bulls. Since they got that talking to, and during that timeout, they have been a different team in terms of energy.
They got 57 rebounds,
that is a
22 offensive.
That is a lot, and has led to 9 more shots than the Tuatara have been able to get up in this ball game. More free throws as well. Just, you love the stick-to-itiveness of this team right now.
I don't want to bring up the free throws right now, but with 62 seconds to go, they've left 10 points on the line. I mean, it changes the complexion of the game.
Tuatara not much better, leaving 6 out there, shooting 65%. So both teams struggle a little bit, but certainly in a 1-point ball game, you'd like to shoot better than 44 from the TAB.
22 offensive rebounds. Here's Jared Weeks. 34 for him. Glennon to low. Weeks gets it back. Pull up. Low bats it out, and it will be Bulls ball. Huge possession coming out with 44.8, and Dan Sokolovsky wants to talk about it.
Well, decent look. Tom Beatty didn't feel comfortable shooting that 3 out of the corner, goes for another pass, and because of that, the Bulls were allowed to recover. Rob Lowe's effort on the glass with the back tip, just not to the right area. And once again, the Franklin Bulls got a chance here with 44 seconds left to take the lead. 2, maybe 3 possessions left in this ball game. So they probably want to use up as much time as possible to get a great look. Fotu on the rim. Davidson in the post has been really good here in this 4th quarter.
Well, the Franklin Bulls will be drawing up probably the biggest play of their season right here. They've had a heartbreaker at the Stockyard to open the season. An overtime game against the Hawks. 78-77. It has gone deathly quiet here at the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. DJ pumping some music.
Yeah,
bring some energy back.
Normally you'd have some music on, especially in this gym. This is the loudest music. This is the loudest DJ across the competition. But not today. They're letting the fans get a little nervousness in the atmosphere.
78-77. Weeks, Glennon and Lowe. Dalton and Beatty. The 2 youngsters out there with 3 international experienced players. Walking out will be Fotu Brantley Bazant, Davidson, and McGill for the Bulls.
Be interesting to see what the Bulls decide to do here. Do they try and get it in the post, or do they try and search out Tom Beattie in some action? Beattie currently guarding Ricky McGill.
What do they have out of the timeout? Both teams have their player timeouts available. Here's McGill. 10 to shoot. McGill going one-on-one. Left it strong.
Oh, nice job, Cam Glynn, moving the feet, doing just enough to keep a lightning quick guard out from the bucket.
Low with the catch, looking at the patience. Look at the leadership. Here comes the veteran, Weeks. Oh, Dan Fotu with a reach in.
Dan Fotu picks up foul number 2, but an early
shots.
one. The Bulls are going to take a timeout after the make, but you see the foul there by Fotu. What they did really nicely that they hadn't been doing earlier is doubled Rob Lowe quickly. Didn't allow him to get his rhythm dribble going in the post, and because of that had to swing it around, needed to go to their backup plan, which was Weeks on the drive, but Fotu gets his hand caught in the cookie jar.
What a night this has been. It has been literally a game on two halves. Bulls finish strong in the third quarter, keep going in the fourth.
Well,
Jared Weeks, 34 points.
They've iced him. They've iced him at the line for a while here.
6 of 8 from the TAB strike. Oh, and they did a great job.
That was 20,
oh my goodness.
20 or 30 seconds. He just sat there at the line waiting for something to come, and it didn't. Kenny bounced back.
Now it's loud.
No timeout for the Bulls. They're going to just go with it.
Do they want to do a player timeout? There it is, the player timeout. They can advance the ball. They have 30 seconds and they cannot talk to the bench.
Coach Dan Sokolowski had to get a little in. He called the play.
Isaac Davidson went over to get a towel and maybe heard something.
I definitely saw the floppy action. We're definitely calling the floppy action. A little bit surprised they used the Sky City player timeout. Make sure to try and get your tickets to the big game for 10,000 community group members out there this season, but I would have saved it in my pocket. I would have run some action, tried to get the bucket early, and then if you miss, you foul, then you use that timeout. But now, this is basically their last best shot at it.
They've only got 14 seconds, Casey, as well on the shot clock. So the differential of just over 5. They look to Fotu with the slam! Oh my goodness! What a play from the player timeout! And Aaron Young calls time for the Tuatara. We're tied up at 79.
Too easy. What a call. Look at the nice screen action here. Just slips through. It was actually, I don't think they wanted that play, but Ricky McGill got tied up with Rob Lowe, took him out, and all of a sudden Dan Fotu found himself wide open at the rim and then above the rim.
Wow. Jaden Bazant, was that him inbounding the ball?
Heck of a play. Great composure and poise shown by this Bull squad down the stretch, down and out. Halfway through the third, they were down 21 points, 59-38. They have gone on a 41-20 run since then, doubling up the Tuatara in the last 15 minutes as this short lineup has shown a little bit of fatigue as the game has gone on.
Well, they were down 54-30, Casey. They had 30 at halftime, and then the Tuatara reeled off 9 points to open the second half. Dan Sokolowski called timeout. We called the end of it. He challenged that group on your screen right now. Since then, they have gone on and absolutely dominated the Tuatara. They have stormed back into this game. They have put 49 on the Tuatara and for one quarter in about 8 minutes.
It's been impressive. It's not often you see a reversal of fortune in a game like this, especially against a veteran squad, but all that has gone under the bridge doesn't matter if the Tuatara come down here and execute well with the bucket.
So, shot clock is off. Jared Weeks walks it up. Davidson's on him. Weeks has got 35. He's been 12 of 18 in this game. Jared Weeks, Cam Glynn, Weeksy for the game. Get it out, we've got bonus basketball in Franklin.
The crowd is pumped. The Tuatara a little bit disappointed, but all momentum with the Bulls right now. They have fought their way through, and we get bonus basketball on a Sunday night. How about that?
This round has been insane. Unreal. Jared Weeks, can't believe he didn't get the roll. Great challenge by the Bulls defenders.
35 points on the night right now. That would have been a great 37. But instead of going home the hero, we've got bonus basketball. And now the question is, the Bulls have worked so hard to get back in this ball game. How much energy do they have left? No Kamapoto. As we take another look at the game-tying dunk that went through. Perfect pass above the rim. Great finish. Just what a fourth quarter for the Bulls. Opened up that fourth with a 15-6 run to start it, to tie it up at 69. And since then, it's been pretty even through regulation. Here we have our top scorers. Ricky McGill with 18, Jared Weeks with a 35-piece. Cam Glidden, 16. Davidson was huge in the second half. Tatui Lewis, huge in the first. Bon Kamapoto, his day is done, but his rebounding effect palpable across. Cam Glidden, the lone double-figure rebounder, part of the problem in that 17 rebound deficit on the stat sheet that the Tuatara existing. And Jaden Bazant, 7 assists, none more important. That won the damn photo for the game-tying shot.
We are getting ready now for this overtime. 5 minutes of bonus basketball. Tuatara, they had this game. They were up 24 in the second half. The Bulls on a tremendous comeback. They've tied it up on a great out of timeout.
And we got to talk about the foul trouble. 4 on Charlie Dalton, 4 on Jared Weeks, 4 on Jamal Brantley as well. So those players with this extra time have to be so careful going down the stretch.
Glidden and Weeks. Dalton, Beatty and Lowe. Brantley guarding Dalton. Lowe. Full-to Brantley showing on the double. Charlie Dalton's foul. 2 shots coming up. Is that on Brantley?
I think it's on Bazant.
It is on Jaden Bazant.
I think it was Bazant as he took a challenge as Charlie Dalton tried to avoid it. Big free throws here for the teenager. Got to have ice water in them veins for a squad who has only shot 63% as a team so far tonight.
Charlie Dalton misses that one. Out and out. 0 for 2 from the line on that trip.
Opportunity for the Bulls. Can they take advantage early in OT?
McGill winding down the shot clock. Pull up. Rowe with the rebound. Good challenge by Beatty on that one.
Yeah, great communication in the switch, and Beatty gets up to take that jump shot away.
Weeks gives it to Glidden. Dalton comes up high. Brantley with the switch. Low for 3. Too long. Davidson with a rebound. They get another stop.
Rob Lowe has not been able to find the range from deep. 0 for 6 now.
McGill with Fotu. Gives it back. Dan Fotu. Oh, Jamal Brantley with a great rebound and put back.
Jamal Brantley gets it done. Out physically Weeks on the weak side as Weeks carries.
Jared Weeks, not a great time to turn it over. It's 4th in the game.
Well, this Tuatara squad, especially Weeks, Lowe, and Glidden, they have played big minutes. They are starting to fatigue just a bit, but they have to dig deep here.
Here's McGill. Brantley driving. Kicks it. Davidson all day. Knocks it down. Huge three. Bulls up 5.
And now the Tuatara have to pick up the pace to try and equalize after a huge shot out of Davidson in the corner.
Crowder into it. Low. Left hand. Oh, Rob Lowe getting the money roll.
Well, that's where you go to the big fella. He's got the advantage in the post. Not a huge day offensively, but he's up to 16.
Bazant. Lowe showing hard on that. McGill. Ricky McGill.
Oh, going the rim. Rob Lowe's way outside the three-point line.
Davidson has it blocked. Great defense from Glidden. Leaves it for Weeks. Weeks into the lane. Ball away, off the glass and in. Nice play from Jared Weeks.
And it's been a while since the Tuatara got a fast break transition opportunity. That one came at the perfect time, and Weeks has enough in the tank to take advantage. Up to 37.
Fotu driving. Low with a big block.
Oh, and Fotu's cramping up in the calf. He's looking for a sub.
Oh, Charlie Dalton blew a bunny. Unbelievable.
Oh,
My goodness, he couldn't have been more open underneath. Unreal. Who wants this game?
Interesting if they give Fotu the ball. He can't explode with that cramping in his leg.
McGill, 4 to shoot. Try to sneak it up and under Glidden with more great defense from the Aussie vet. Big contact at half court.
I do appreciate the Tuatara looking for unsportsmanlike when it was just Fotu getting run over by Weeksy. Look at the compact. Look at the impact of that one.
Huge collision there at half court.
Third personal on Dan Fotu. And second personal foul on the Bulls in overtime. From now on, they'll be shooting free throws.
And that's what Aaron Young is asking the school bench and the ref for the foul count. The school board in the venue.
And he's just making sure that the foul count is correct on the stat sheet. And that being on the third foul, they start going to the free throw line.
84-83. Bulls hanging on to the slender 1-point lead. Look at this defense. Single coverage. Beatty with 6. Wide open. Oh, what a shot! Tom Beatty!
Ice water in the veins for the young fella. That is his first bucket all game. The first bucket off the bench for the Tuatara tonight.
Lead is 1 for the Tuatara. 10 now. 8 on the shot clock. Brantley just muscles his way through.
Too strong. Gets Cam Glidden in the post, and he just shows him the bone marrow.
Weeks going downhill, kicks it out. Glidden with the ball. Shoots the 3. Left it short, falls to Davidson.
Oh, there's a trap opportunity here for the Tuatara. They miss it, though.
Great defense. Fotu comes to it.
He's got the lineup here.
Aaron Young wants a timeout on the next stop.
Bazant wide open in the corner.
Bazant driving. Left hand. Oh, Jaden Bazant. What a drive and what a finish. Timeout Tuatara.
All that action started on the strong side, and the defense kept creeping over. When Bazant finally caught it, it was a long closeout for Weeks. Bazant takes advantage, explodes to the rim and the left hand. And the Bulls up 3 points with 37.4 left in a game that they were done and dusted for 20 minutes ago. Well, maybe like 35 now that we're in overtime.
Pump this Sal's NBL action into my veins. Isaac Davidson's been in a fight.
Big minutes for some of the players out here. 42 or 43 minutes now for Ricky McGill. Cam Glidden over 41. Jared Weeks over 40. Everybody out here trying to give the business that they can give It is a long game when you get to overtime. Do the Tuatara have one swing left?
Now the music's cranking in Franklin. Huge, huge play coming up right now. 88-85, 37.4 to go in this overtime.
Well,
no, Tyrell Harrison for the Bulls. Dom Kalman. Poto, the big man, is fouled out.
the big question here is, do the Tuatara go for 3 or 2? A quick 2, play the foul game, try and get a stop. There's plenty of time on the shot clock for that. Or do they go for the quick 3 and try and tie it up right here, right now? Decisions to be made with 37 seconds left.
I'm playing NBA 2K, I do that. I go for 3. Huge shot missed by Jared Weeks. And that's the first team foul on the Tuatara.
Cam Glidden picks up his first personal. 2 more fouls to give before the Bulls are shooting. Obviously, it seems like the Tuatara are going to keep fouling and send them to the line instead of play solid defense. There's an 8-second differential or 7-second differential between shot and game clock right now. And now they're playing straight D. Oh no! No! Charlie Dalton gets Jamal Bradley to foul out. He baited him into it.
Goodness!
Charlie Dalton with the fat move.
Charlie Dalton, unreal!
Oh my goodness, happened right at the three-point line. Charlie Dalton was just putting his body in front of Brantley and forced him to bang along. Brantley fouls out. There you see it. You saw that it was the push. It was the 2-hand extension we just caught a picture of. And the throwback, the mullet head shake sold the whistle.
That's why you have a mullet, kids.
Heads up play, Charlie Dalton.
They get another possession, down 3. Weeks, Glidden, McGill is all over him. Futu switches, McGill gets the steal.
Got a foul.
Unreal. Oh, what are you doing? Rob Lowe tips it out of bounds. The Bulls get it back.
Loose. That was loose. Just take the foul. He wants the 2. Rob Lowe.
The kill shot.
Now 10 seconds left. Tuatara have to foul twice to send the Bulls to the free throw line. And Coach Daniel Sokolowski says, I need to talk to you guys. Let's talk about how we're passing the ball here.
Wow, what a game. They were down 24. 24.
Just, you love the mindset, love the activity from this Franklin Bulls squad. You know, it's reminiscent of their wins on the road. They were down on the road in Wellington, came back, got a win to get that doubleheader. It was a tight game against Nelson when they had a full-strength team to get that win on the road. And now, after a tough week without Fotu, without Harrison, they have come back. Jamie Reddish, one of the architects of Franklin Bulls basketball, looking on from up top. He was the coach the first year. He was the GM last year.
Well, if you haven't come to the game and you're in the Pukekohe Franklin region, then by all means, you should come to the next one. This team has been on fire. In the second half, 88-85. What a fight back. They had 30 at halftime.
But they have to execute here. They've struggled at times to inbound the ball. Can the Tuatara force another timeout? Rob Lowe on it, making a difficult look for McGill.
They're on their feet in Franklin. McGill to get us underway.
Well, that's a long count.
They lose it.
No.
Is it a foul? Is it a foul on Beatty?
Oh, my.
It is.
Fortunate, I suppose. It looked like the Tuatara were going to come up with the turnover, but that's a good quick foul. Only 1 second came off the clock.
I think it's a foul on Glidden. Either way, Bulls have the ball.
His third personal. And ball, as we see, yeah, there's the contact on Glidden there. And now the ball is back in up top on the sideline. Got a foul, got a foul. Got a foul.
Wow,
Charlie Dalton has 4. He didn't want to get his 5th. But at this point in the game, it doesn't matter. It's all about the clock. It doesn't, you can't worry about coming in or out, but regardless, that's going to give the Tuatara 5.7 seconds. 3 points the advantage, 5.7. Isaac Davidson hits 1. This one's just about over.
88-85, overtime basketball. 5.7 to go.
Talked about Jared Weeks getting frozen at overtime at the end of regulation. Davidson getting frozen here. Hasn't been to the free throw line yet today.
16 points, 10 rebounds. He's been tremendous. Jared Weeks listening into the Bulls' little huddle there. Jared Weeks right in there.
Why not? Why not have a sneaky little listen? Everybody loves a chin wag.
Now we're just sort of working our way through a timing issue with the score bench, I believe.
Quite sure what they're trying to get it to. But once again, the DJ is on silent mode. So everybody hears what's going on in here.
Isaac Davidson, man.
He's just being...
He's on an island right now.
And normally, if it's this long between me getting the ball, I'm walking back to half court. I don't just want to sit there at the TAB. I want to get out. I want to walk into it just before time. This is a long time to think about some game-clinching shots.
And try and wind it down to 6.1.
And that's we're going to go with 6.1.
Near enough is good enough. Every fraction of a second counts, though, for the Tuatara. Huge shots coming up here for Isaac Davidson.
Bucket.
Bucket. Bangs it in.
Ice water. This one, I might miss on purpose, just so so the clock starts running, take a little bit of time away.
They have a player timeout as well.
But he's thirsty. He wants the bucket.
And there it is. Player timeout used by the Tuatara, the Sky City player timeout. They can advance the ball. They're down 5, 6.1 to go. What do you do here, Case? Quick shot.
Quick 3. Immediately.
And foul.
If you don't have the 3, it doesn't matter. So you have to get a quick 3 off from somewhere. If it drops, you got a chance. If it doesn't, well, tip of the cap to the Bulls because they just beat you.
I mean, Jared Weeks is inbounding the ball here. Yeah, he's a good passer, but he's also a really good three-point shooter. Who's it going to be? Glidden trying to get free. They can't find him. It's low. Low for 3. Front of the rim. Bulls get an improbable win. Down 24. 90-85. What a win for Franklin. Unreal. Overtime basketball. The Bulls survive no D.
Tremendous performance, really gutsy by a Franklin Bull squad. Let's not forget, they're undermanned, no Harrison. It did not matter. Donkam Mpoto, Dam Fotu, fantastically done.
Tough loss for the Tuatara, cruising at 24, up big. And the battle for BP Drury goes to the Franklin Bulls in this one. Aaron Young and the Tuatara will have some questions to answer after that performance in the second half, but it was a massive performance from the Bulls. They answered the call from their coach, Daniel Sokolovsky. He challenged them to impress their home fans who came out on a Sunday night. My goodness, this round 4 of the South NBL has been hectic.
That's all that happens tonight. We have to believe. Keep digging. We're taking steps forward. Show a lot of love right now. Yeah! Let's go get the fans. 1, 2, 3.
What a performance by that unit. They go to 3-2 on the South NBL ladder. They give a lot of love to that crowd. They rode the energy home. And Dan Futu is with Casey Frank.
Well, Dan, that was a battle all day long. You looked like you guys were done and dusted halfway through that third quarter. What did Coach Sokolowski tell you in that timeout that got you guys inspired?
He just told us to go back to what we know, and preparation. We put in the work, and we had to come out and show it. We're not gonna do all this work during the week and not come out and show it. So he just told us to trust our practice and turn it up a little bit.
Walk me through the last second play of regulation. You got that lob dunk. Was that the call, or was that a broken play that you guys recognized and got it in?
As much as I want to take credit for that, that was all Dan. Yeah, that's something we practiced during the week, and it really played off just then, yeah.
And then just the physicality. You had a tough day shooting the ball for most of it. In the fourth quarter and overtime, you're able to find a way. What's it like willing your way through a performance like that against a strong physical team?
Yeah, my shots weren't dropping, but I got good people around me that just say, if it's not dropping, just work hard and dive on the floor, get rebounds, and that's what I did.
And just finally, what's this say about this Franklin Bulls squad? You guys are undermanned, no Harrison. You were down and out, but you found a way to get back in. What's this say about your guys' mentality as a team?
It's like the city, man, hard workers, and we just come out and work hard and just trust in our coaches, trust that the fans will put on for us, and they did tonight, and just do our thing.
Appreciate the time. A hard-working team for a hard-working city.
Well said, Casey. Dan Fotu didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but Dan Fotu had his fingerprints all over this game. He's using his length, slaps that ball in the first half with a block, battled hard down low, trying to get around the long arms of Rob Lowe, and then muscling his way through the key, around the Tuatara defenders. And this play here, Jaden Vizant, the connection, Dan Sokolowski with the call on that one. And here's how it looks with the TAB, your official stats partner of the NZNBL.
Well, there's only one stat this game's really about, 66 rebounds to 46. That lift in possession allowed the Bulls to get 10 more shots than the Tuatara, which is the difference in an overtime game. If they could have controlled the defensive glass at all, they gave up 23 rebounds, they wouldn't have been in this position. That is testament to the work rate and the effort of the Franklin Bulls.
Tremendous result for the Bulls in this game. And this is how it's looked over the NZNBL round 4. Thursday night, seems like an age ago, the Nuggets gave the Giants all they could handle and got the win. Giants are in a bit of trouble now. They go down big to the Saints. The Airs had a great win over the Jets, and the Rams took care of business against the Sharks, who came back from 19, might I add, against the Hawks. Jeremy Kendall went God mode in the fourth quarter, had 25, looking like Dirk behind the three-point line, and then an overtime game to round us out. What's round 5 gonna have? Who knows? Here's how the ladder looks.
I don't know what it has, but be still my heart. I'm gonna have to get a stress test as we take a look at the ladder. The Bulls sneak up in there. The Tuatara are off the top with that loss. They would have stayed up there, but a lot of chasing from the bottom. Jets and Airs just outside of the top 6 with 2 wins. The Saints looking a little bit better, and the Giants looking from the bottom.
Here come the Saints as well. Isaiah Liafa, and they have some big imports to come as well. What a game. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll take it all in over the next week or so before round 5 begins, but the Bulls get the dub against the Tuatara, 90-85.
Three-pointer this season. Is that